if you're not familiar with AI matching, or if you've even been in the industry for a while, like I have, we've seen different stages of matching. We've seen different matching providers. We've seen parsing providers enter this market. We've seen ATSs say, we do matching. You don't need to look elsewhere. But what we've started to see in the past few years is that AI matching really is an area that companies want. There's a huge demand for it. And there's certain technology providers that excel in this area, that really understand AI. They really understand ethical AI. They understand what to look for within candidates to be able to make the best match against your jobs. And they're not doing that with keywords, they're doing that with AI. They're understanding and inferring skills to be able to say, we see the complete picture of a candidate, of talent, and we understand what will be successful in this role. So it's a different conversation around AI matching than we've had in past years. It's one that I'm excited about, but at the same time, there's really a lot of confusion around AI matching. Again, a lot of the ATSs are offering matching capabilities that aren't necessarily ethical AI. There's a lot of different providers that are sourcing providers that are scraping the web and looking at public profiles without candidate consent and trying to match that against jobs, and that again is not ethical. So it's an exciting area, and I think if you're a company that really needs support for your recruiting teams, it's something I'm sure you'd be excited about. But I would just really think about it through that lens of ethical AI versus just efficiency and just being able to make quick decisions. You want to really ensure that you're finding quality talent. You're giving everyone a fair and equitable opportunity, thinking about how important diversity, equity, and inclusion is. And you really want to ensure that you're providing candidate consent through this process. And there are different providers, in this area that certainly have come out with AI matching. HiredScore and Eightfold are two providers that have really, stood out to me as providers that have really taken this approach to ethical AI to really understand what AI matching is and to provide, solutions that are really effective for organizations. There are parsing providers that have been out there that, will parse the resume, partner with ATSs, and then match candidates to jobs. And then there are different sourcing providers and new startups that have entered the market into thinking about matching and trying to understand, what provides value to organizations. But again, it's an exciting area, and I just caution anyone that's looking at it to really make sure that you understand the provider that you're using, how they kind of go about matching, what their approach is to ethical AI, and to making decisions on how to move candidates forward.